Tanja, you've been feeding Sen for a while now. Has it made your life easier?
Oh, 100%, 100%. It's the feeds are super small, so our horses literally to come here to Cowgirls Gathering, I pre-mixed all of their feeds and they fit into tiny little takeaway containers. So all of the feed fits into one of those, and then we bring a bag of chaff and the oil separately, and much smaller amounts, effective feeding. So I feel like it's not just coming out the other end and not doing anything. Obviously everything is designed to work together, and I love that I can actually take the different supplements in and out whenever I feel like they need a bit of this or need a bit of that, where I'm not just feeding this random mixed bag of food that's got everything in it but they probably don't need it, and so it's a waste.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no wastage, and the feed efficiency is there.
Yeah.
That volume of roughage being the majority of the diet, and that's helping all conditions from colic risk and also ulcer risk to temperament and that behaviour. And how do you find the Sen feed program with the focus on your horses? Because you're up early today doing a clinic and with Phil and yourself. How do you find their overall temperament?
Oh, they're fantastic. What day is it now? Saturday. So we left home on Tuesday. We are from Coffs Harbour, and right now we're in Kilkevin. So it's a few hundred kilometres. They've been on the road with us for 5 days. They're still, got as much energy as they did when we left home. So they're being well sustained in energy levels. Temperament, they're super calm. They're happy over there in the yards. They're happy in the trailer. We stopped a few times along the way. So yeah, it's absolutely. I just wouldn't change it. That. I'm always saying, I'm here, you're stuck with me. We're not doing anything else. It's all custom, and that's what I love about it being, our paddock horses, you can just strip down to that basic nutrient profile where you're just not feeding the extra like sugars and all of that sort of stuff, but they're getting that maintenance of the nutrients and the vitamins and minerals that they require. And then we can just layer in any additional, oil or electrolytes or whatever it is to totally custom their diets. And so I know that they're just getting exactly what they need all the time. I just love it.
Yeah, Tanja's a real prime example of that puzzle piece of nutrition she doesn't have to worry about, and it is also her management of her horses that's really important, because you said you stop on the way in the travel, so you're not traveling 4 to 6 hours at a time without a stop. It's more like 2 hours.
Yep. 2 hours, maximum of 3 hours, and that would only be dictated if we can't find a suitable place to unload them. We don't want to do it on the side of the highway, but 100%. We're
give
always
them a pick.
Give them a pick, let them get their heads down, let them drain all that fluid from standing up like that, and
the other reason is that ulcer prevention.
Absolutely.
When they're picking, they have that saliva production that helps buffer that gastric environment where the acid is rising, and travel, they really have to balance. They're actually using they're getting a bit stressed that can have an effect on the hindgut environment as well. And Tanja utilises the Sen Extra Balance, which really helps strengthen that whole hindgut area in the stresses of travel.
Absolutely. Well, we even I messaged Bryan when we got here, because our horses, the 2 horses that we've got here are on the oil, they're on the gold, they're on the CF50, and one of them we could only get some fairly, I wouldn't say quite dense, rich lucerne, and one of them got a little bit of an upset tummy. So I rang Bryan and said, can you please send Extra Balance with Ange? It came with her, fed it to him, twice, one nightly feed, one morning feed, and already his tummy's starting to settle. He had pretty much, quite loose diarrhea, and already you can see a change just from getting that support of that Extra Balance into him. So, again, I was able to just put that in there when I think he needs it, and now we'll maintain that until we go home, obviously, because we're, sometimes when you're on the road, you have to buy different, hays and stuff, which I was listening to your talk yesterday with regards to that, and I was like, oh my God, we're always feeding different hay because we travel so much, and so the Extra Balance really helps to support when you're shocking the system, I guess, but there's, I can't carry 10, 20, 30, 50 bales of hay with me, so they're just getting different feed sometimes,
And in that example, it takes 2 to 3 weeks changing your hay type or hay batch for your horse's microbes to adjust to that new profile, and it could have a little bit higher sugar, starch. Really getting your old hay and the new hay where available to mix is a good strategy. But thanks, Tanja, so much for all your support.
You're welcome.
And just like Tanja, if you really want to deep dive your horse's diet, we offer a free diet consult at our website. It's a simple booking process. We'll take the time, myself, Peter and Angelique will deep diving, try and simplify the way you feed your horse to be more effective and efficient, so there's no wastage or even wasting your money on things that are not effective for your horse. So that's awesome. Thank you, Tanja, and also Phil too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for your support. Like I say, you're never getting rid of us.
That's a good thing. Thank you.